Hey, wait. Before you skip ahead, just to let you know, you can actually watch the full version of this on our Patreon, and you can actually watch next week's episode a full week in advance. I mean, it's very easy. I mean, right down there in the description, or right up here in the corner. Feel free to give it a click, and we'll see you there. Season 3, Episode 16. Perfect Game. This is the 4th episode of Part 2. You know, what everyone is describing as one of the best seasons of anime ever to exist. So far, I am very, very highly impressed with this so far. I cannot wait to see how the hell this is all going to play out. Because what we got in the last one was Bertholdt entering the field and going full Hiroshima. That's right, I said it. On everybody out there and disintegrating several members, what it looked like, of Hanji's squad. Which, damn.
The only thing I wonder is, it did kind of seem like Armin was close to Hanji.
No,
didn't it?
No, that was someone else that was talking to her.
I thought it was.
And also, we also learned in the last one that they're the ones responsible for Marco's death. They killed Marco.
Yep. Which everybody's been pissed about since the first season.
Yeah.
So.
And look what happened. Look who's responsible for it.
It's like, I mean...
And I don't care about their reasoning.
Just thinking about my original group of friends that I watched the first season with and stuff, you know? Like, I don't see any of them being okay with Reiner, like, no matter what came to light, like, after finding out he killed Marco, because they all were like, you know...
Marco, no!
Yeah, like, they that was, like, the most horrifying thing, and there was, like, a joke, you know? It was like, you don't fucking talk about Marco, you know? It's like, don't fucking bring that up.
Oh, they talked about Marco. They brought him back up.
Yeah,
and they showed us exactly what happened.
And I don't know how anybody can be like, oh, you shouldn't judge him, like, and stuff. You shouldn't call him an asshole and stuff, like, after that. It's like, even if he's got a split personality, part of the personality in that man did that shit.
And called humanity an evil race.
Exactly.
And... just the fact that they were so cold about it.
Mm.
I mean, Reiner was the coldest. Like, Annie and Bertholdt did not seem cool with
like
it.
Annie, I'm almost like kind of okay with at this point, because it seems like she's doing a lot of this shit against her will.
Seems that way.
Bertholdt,
seems the only reason she's doing it is because of her father.
Bertholdt, I think Reiner, even though he's been like kind of joking about him, and he's like, that's not the case, you know. I really do think that he really has a major crush on Annie. And it's kind of going like he's sort of doing a lot of this because she's been captured at this point. But when you go back and think about it, like, even though Annie was very, like, hesitant to do that to Marco, like, she's still kind of on board with all this because she was causing the most problems and doing the most work for them in that first season, up to the point that she got captured.
Yeah.
And, like, mostly she was trying to concentrate on capturing Eren, but she knew that in the end their end objective was obviously they're trying to kill humanity. So, like, whether you're down with it or not, like, unless you switch sides, you're kind of still on the asshole side.
Yeah.
So.
I agree. And it's very difficult to defend actions like that. Very difficult. And for people out there who get mad at us because we have these we're not jumping to conclusions, guys. We're given the evidence that we've seen so far. If something happens in the future and we see reasons beyond that, then okay, maybe so, but as of right now, no. I cannot say I'm happy about any of this.
Say they totally flip-flop the whole story at some point, and it comes to light that, like, Erwin and Levi, like, and a bunch of higher-ups have actually known this entire time that the Titans existed, and actually humanity is the racist version of everything, and has been trying to eliminate the Titans, and they're like, no matter what, we're going to kill all of them, you know?
Yeah.
Then maybe, but, like...
That's a stretch.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a stretch at this point.
That's a big stretch at this point. All right, well, we got
because like this city has even changed leadership at this point, and yes, there were a bunch of fucking assholes in leadership, but if they actually did talk to them and everything, you know, like, then they would realize that now they finally have some people who aren't assholes in command and everything. So
yeah,
you know, Historia's the fucking queen. They like Historia,
and she's doing well for herself.
Yeah, so like the reasons to attack them have dwindled further down than they were to start with, essentially.
Yeah, and as it seems now, I don't know, dude. I don't know how the hell this is all going to turn out, because Reiner, it looks like Reiner's healing. I mean, he's gotten the top of his head back.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if he's going to be the same person, because his brain literally got destroyed. I guess we'll have to see.
I guess if you think of it from
out.
a standpoint of a brain, it's just a bunch of tissue, and Titans can regenerate their tissue, and if somehow he transferred his consciousness into the rest of his body and can just put it back in a newly reformed brain, if as long as it reforms the same way it was,
yeah,
then technically he could be A-okay. But if there's some kind of effects that happen from something like that happening, okay, now the fact that he could do that with his conscious to start with, like, you know, Bertholdt kind of seemed like slightly surprised by that.
It was a last resort, as Bertholdt said.
Yeah, and that seems like something that maybe they just don't really do unless they really have to. Maybe that has something to do with why Reiner's personalities are kind of fucked up. It's because he's had to do that before. And so maybe he's going to be even more deranged when he reforms.
Yeah, maybe so. I mean, we'll have to see. But either way, we got this queued up here. Let's give it a watch and let's see what happens. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, kick it.
Come on, Armin.
Armin. Don't pass the buck, Armin. Now that is a smart move.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God. Get down. Oh, God, no.
Holy fuck. Fuck, man.
Jesus Christ.
He's gonna ignore it though. Fuck.
Uh-oh. If I were him, I'd climb him.
Fucking A. He's gonna kick him, man. He's just gonna fling him.
Uh-oh.
Yep, he's gonna fling him. Let go. God damn it. I knew it.
Jesus Christ.
I knew that was about to happen.
Dude just went flying like a soccer ball. Ow. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Fuck.
Go for his legs.
Ah, fuck.
Fuck.
Did it say the steam emitted consumes muscle tissue?
It looks like it. It looks like it's what it said.
If that's the case, if they could make him continue to have to steam them, he would start to lose mass, wouldn't he? Shit happens, dude. What?
What?
この作戦がうまくいけば、お前は獣を仕留めることができるかもしれない。ここにいる神兵と私の命を捧げればな。あの若者たちに死んでくれと、一流の詐欺師のように体のいい方便を並べなくてはならない。このまま地下室に行きたい。俺が今までやってこれたのは、いつかこんな日が来ると思ってたからだ。いつか答え合わせができるはずだと。で、今手を伸ばせば届くところに答えがある。すぐそこにあるんだ。仲間たちは俺らを見ている。捧げた心臓がどうなったか知りたいんだ。まだ戦いは終わってないからな。ここまでたどり着くことができた。俺は選ぶぞ。夢を諦めて死んでくれ。神兵たちを地獄に導け。
He's asking a lot, man.
Yeah, it's heavy as fuck.
You ain't kidding. Holy shit. They're really doing it.
Giving him a target.
Yep.
我々がおとりになる間にリヴァイ兵士長が獣の巨人を討ち取る。以上が作戦だ。何？俺だけ立体軌道で獣に接近しろと。獣の周りはさら地だぞ。
There are other titans around him.
ちょうどいい高さの立体物が並んで突っ立ってた。巨人を伝って忍び寄る。獣の
There you go.
ここに突っ立っていて、じきに飛んでくる岩を浴びるだけだ。
死ぬんですか？
そうだ。
どうせ死ぬなら最後に戦って死ねということですか？
Absolutely.
そうだ。 幸福な人生を送ることができたとしても、岩で体を砕かれても同じだ。人はいずれ死ぬ。死んだ仲間もそうなのか。あの兵士たちも無意味だったのか。いや違う。あの兵士たちに意味を与えるのは我々だ。この残酷な世界に抗う術なのだ。兵士を怒れ、兵士を叫べ、兵士を叩け。
Oh. Oh, God, dude, no.
Damn, it's been a long time since we got a speech like that and it had to end like that. One of the things that sold me on this show back in the first season was the speeches given by, like, Pixis and some other characters and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I was just like, that's damn good writing to, like, make the hairs on the back of your neck stand up just from someone talking, you know?
Indeed.
Like, it's been a while since we got a speech like that. Shit.
And to see it end this episode with Erwin having a big old chunk of his side missing right there.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. That's... Whew. Well, I'm at a loss of words right now, man, because that shit... I mean, the Beast Titan had literally the perfect plan to lure them all out there to the outside, and then, boom, separate, and then pick them off one by one.
Mm-hmm.
Or piece by piece, rather.
Well, he basically had a perfect plan to just straight up crush everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
So far, his plans are going better than theirs. But
Well, yeah, I mean...
It fucking sucks.
Yeah, it does. There's part of me that hopes Erwin will make it, but I don't know if he will.
Yeah.
Because he got hit in the side right here. That's a pretty hard area to get hit.
Yeah, that's some internal damage.
Definitely.
But I think that was the point of that scene. It's like, yeah, they may lose, like, basically everyone but Levi, but maybe they can take down the Beast Titan.
And that's their primary directive right now. Kill that son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Because he's the one leading the Titans right now. And
if this works and they take him out, though, we're really not going to find out anything about him before he's gone.
maybe so.
So, I don't know.
I mean, Levi's on his way there. But
it's like they're really stretching it thin to the point where, like, if he survives this, then, like, basically everyone's fucked. Like,
yeah.
And I mean, at this point, that's, you know, how they're laying it out. It's like basically everyone's fucked anyways. But, like, I don't think they're going to end it with everyone being fucked, hopefully. That would be a dark-ass way to end this show, is just, like, the Titans straight up just win.
Wouldn't be... It wouldn't
like
be
it wins, and, like, the final scene
seen...
is actually Reiner and Bertholdt and Zeke walking into the basement and finding out what's in it themselves instead of humanity.
Yeah.
That would be dark.
That'd be very dark. Well, almost as dark. Well, there's actually a movie called
or, you know, they maybe capture Eren and bring him in with them, so it's, like, only Eren's left, but, like, damn.
Yeah.
That would be heavy. Like, the thing you got to think about, too, though, about Erwin, I just thought about something.
What's that?
You remember what Levi has on him?
Oh, shit, you're right. He has the Titan formula.
Yeah.
And if he uses that,
if he were to if he were to basically cripple the Beast Titan, manage to get back to Erwin, inject him, and get him within range of the Beast Titan's crippled body in time for Erwin to eat him,
that would be
fucking sick.
That would be.
That's just, like I said, like when I first started talking about that, just the idea of something like that working is just so outlandish, you know?
Yeah. But it could work. If it does happen, it could work. I just don't know what the hell's going to happen.
It just sucks to be all those recruits. I want the guy with the
bowl cut?
Yeah, like I keep forgetting his name. Yeah, Marlowe. I want him to survive, obviously.
Well, of course you do, because I
he's
like
a really
him.
likable character. Like he's one of the only people that's like in this entirely because he just likes the idea of what the scouts are doing, and he's just like, I don't give a fuck like about anything else, basically.
And then, of course, there's Aaron getting punted to the top of the wall. I mean, that happening, and I'm just like, well, what if
Aaron wakes up in time for the Colossal Titan to get to the wall and uses the height of the wall to get to his neck?
Maybe.
Like,
I don't know.
Because, I mean, you know, Reiner coming up behind is not going to be good either. Like, this whole situation is not good.
Because Reiner...
I don't know what a favorable outcome for this would be, but it's not going to be fully favorable anyway, I don't think.
I don't think so either. People are going to die. Which...
Like, maybe Hanji's not dead. Maybe she's just injured. Like, maybe she was behind something enough to shield her from some of the blast, and maybe she'll come back with a Thunder Spear to
take out...
To help with Reiner, you know? Like...
Incapacitate him a little bit.
Maybe she'll have, like, just... made her way towards them, like, while picking up some of the spears that are there from, like, the dropped allies.
I can see that.
So maybe she'll come in and spear the shit out of him towards the end.
God. All right. I don't know where the hell this is going, guys. I don't. Because I'm in a bit of shock right now because of, you know, everything happening with Erwin and Levi and the new scouts, and also with Aaron getting pitched to the top of the wall by Bertolt, and Reiner.
When he had a hold of his leg, I knew that was exactly what was about to happen.
I thought so too. You see, if I'm Aaron in that regard,
he's just gonna kick and fucking fling him.
If I'm Aaron in that regard, I'm giving myself, like, I'm using the hardening to give myself claws.
Well, as soon as I felt
I'm climbing up his leg.
Yeah, dude. Like, as soon as I felt him picking me up too, like, I would have fucking jumped off to the other leg or something and started climbing.
I would have too.
It's like, well, he had his other leg up.
Because Aaron, if anything, has the speed advantage over
maybe
Bertolt.
Like at least climb to the back of his knee and fucking punch him in the back of the knee or something. You know,
or use the hardening to like with, you know, if he gave himself claws, to slice the back of his knee or something to immobilize the. How do you take a big man down? It has been this way ever since the very beginning of most modern one-on-one fights. You take out their foundation. Yep. That is how you always. How did Frank Mir submit Brock Lesnar? He grabbed his leg and he twisted until Brock tapped out. I mean, it's like that all the time, guys. I mean, you have to go after the base of somebody. You have to go after their legs.
It's like if you can't go for their chin, then you go for their legs. Basically.
Yeah, exactly. You take out their legs. They can't stand up. If they can't stand up, they can't get any power. I mean, jeez Louise, guys. It's that simple. And you just have to...
It sounds simpler than it probably is when you're dealing with a dude that big, though.
Well, yeah,
because, I mean, obviously the bigger they are, the harder they fall, but you do have to make sure that even though that's a legitimate idea, is it going to be possible to actually even make that work? Because of how big he is and how big his legs are and how thick his skin is or his muscles are, you know.
Well, truth be told, dude, I mean, I look at that and I think about when Fedor Emelianenko submitted Hungman Choi, because Fedor Emelianenko is like 6 feet, is like 5'11", 6 feet tall, pretty decent sized guy. He went up against a guy named Hungman Choi, 7'3", almost 360 pounds, and this guy was so strong with one arm. Like, Fedor Emelianenko grabbed his arm. At first he took him down, and then he went after his arm. And Fedor was latched onto his arm and was like full arm bar stretched out. Hongman Choi picked him up with one arm and then like tried to slam him down to get him to let go. Fedor didn't let go, and then Fedor eventually won by submitting him. Yeah, that was back in like 2008 too. That was back before Fedor had the big fall from grace that he did. But geez Louise, I mean,
So that's the difference between a little man and a big man, and then like a big man and then like a fucking cat like trying to attack him, essentially. Know what I mean?
Fair enough. Because Aaron effectively came up to like the middle of his shin in terms of like height. I mean, if we're doing...
It's like getting attacked by a baby, essentially.
It's
like, you're
like
probably going to be able to fend off the baby.
How tall the Titans are.
It's a baby and his, like, legion of ants or beetles.
Well, if Aaron comes up to his knee... Aaron, I think they said was like a 25-foot tall... 25-foot tall Titan.
Yeah. I mean, he is a very buff baby, but still, he's a baby.
Yeah, no doubt. But, yeah, I don't know. There's ways for them to take him down. We'll have to see.
There's got to be something.
Oh, yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this. This was Attack on Titan, Season 3, Episode 16, Perfect Game. And, God, dude, what a freaking episode. What a speech by Erwin. And if y'all want to see the full version of this, if y'all are watching this on YouTube and you want to see the full version, links are in the description down below. It'll take you to our Patreon where you can... support us on there and see the full versions of this. And if you also want to check out more from more from us, we have a subscribe button and a little bell that you can ring to stay notified. And yeah, I guess until next time, everybody, that's going to do it. I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
And we will see you all on the next one. Peace out.